The Chronic. Article. Talk. Read. Edit. View history. Tools. This is a good article. Click here for more information. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. For other uses, see Chronic. Dies nuits reader rex here. For other uses of the term, see dies nuts, disambiguation. The Chronic. Studio album by Dr. Dre. Released December 15, 1992. Recorded April-June 1992. 1-2. Studio Death Row, Los Angeles, California. Genre. West Coast Hip Hop 3 Gangsta Rap Age Funk 3. Length 62:52. Label. Death Row Interscope Priority. Producer Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre Chronology. The Chronic. 1992, 2001. 1999. Singles from The Chronic. Nothing But a G Thing. Released, January 19, 1993. 4. Dre Day. Released, May 8, 1993. Let Me Ride. Released, September 13, 1993. The Chronic is the debut studio album by American record producer and rapper Dr. Dre. It was released on December 15, 1992, by his record label Death Row Records along with Interscope Records and distributed by Priority Records. The recording sessions took place at Death Row Studios in Los Angeles and at Bernie Grundman Mastering in Hollywood. 5. The Chronic was Dr. Dre's first solo album after he departed the West Coast hip-hop group N.W.A. and its label Ruthless Records over a financial dispute. It includes insults towards Ruthless Records and its owner, former N.W.A. member and assembler Eazy-E. It features many appearances by then-emerging American rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg, who used the album as a launch pad for boosting his solo career. The album's title derives from a slang term for high-grade cannabis, and its cover is a homage to Zigzag Rolling Papers. In 2023, to celebrate its 30th anniversary, the album was reissued by Dr. Dre's current label Aftermath Entertainment, Death Row Records, and Interscope Records. The Chronic reached number 3 on the Billboard 200 and has been certified triple platinum with sales of 3 million copies in the United States 6-7, making Dre one of the top 10 best-selling American performing artists of 1993. 8. The Chronic spent 8 months in the Billboard Top 10. 9. The album's 3 singles became top 10 Billboard singles. 10. Nothing But a G Thing reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot Rap Singles and Hot R&B Singles charts. 10. Dr. Dre's production popularized the G-Funk subgenre within gangsta rap. The Chronic has been widely regarded as one of the most important and influential albums of the 1990s and one of the best-produced hip-hop albums. 11. 12. 13. In 2019, the album was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the National Recording Registry as culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. 14. Music. Production. The production on The Chronic was seen as innovative and groundbreaking, and received universal acclaim from critics. AllMusic commented on Dr. Dre's efforts. Here, Dre established his patented G-Funk sound, fat, blunted Parliament funkadelic beats, soulful backing vocals, and live instruments in the rolling bass lines and whiny synths. 12. And that for the next 4 years, it was virtually impossible to hear mainstream hip-hop that wasn't affected in some way by Dre and his patented G-Funk. 15. Unlike other hip-hop acts, such as the Bomb Squad, that sampled heavily, Dr. Dre only utilized one or few samples per song. 16. In Rolling Stone's The Immortals, the Greatest Artists of All Time, where Dr. Dre was listed at number 56, Kanye West wrote on the album's production quality, The Chronic is still the hip-hop equivalent to Stevie Wonder's songs in the key of life. It's the benchmark you measure your album against if you're serious. 17. John Perels of the New York Times described the production, writing the bottom register is swampy synthesizer bass lines that openly emulate Parliament Funkadelic, the upper end is often a lone keyboard line, whistling or blipping incessantly. In between are wide open spaces that hold just a rhythm guitar, sparse keyboard chords. 18. Perels observed that the songs were smoother and simpler than East Coast rap, and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg decisively expanded the hip-hop audience into the suburbs. 19. Until this point, mainstream hip-hop had been primarily party music, for example, Beastie Boys, 20 or pro-empowerment and politically charged, for example, Public Enemy or X-Clan, and had consisted almost entirely of samples and break beats. 21-22 Dr. Dre ushered in a new musical style and lyrics for hip-hop. The beats were slower and mellower, samples from late 1970s and early 1980s funk music. By mixing these early influences with original live instrumentation, a distinctive genre known as G-Funk was created. 18. Lyrics. Fuck with Dre Day. Duration, 30 seconds. 0:30. The diss track conveys an aggressive production style, as well as critical lyrics aimed at rappers Eazy-E, Luke Campbell, and Tim Dog. Problems playing this file? See Media Help. The album's lyrics caused some controversy, as the subject matter included sexism and violent representations. It was noted that the album was a frightening amalgam of inner-city street gangs that includes misogynist sexual politics and violent revenge scenarios. Most of the N.W.A. members were addressed on the album. Eazy-E and Ice Cube were dissed on the second single Fuck With Dre Day, while MC Ren however was shouted out on the album's intro. 23 Dr. Dre's dissing of former bandmate, Eazy-E, resulted in vicious lyrics, which were mainly aimed at offending his enemy with homosexual implications, although it was noted to have a spirited cleverness in the phrasing and rhymes. In other words, the song is offensive, but it's creatively offensive. 24. Snoop Dogg, who had a significant role on the album, was praised for his lyrics and flow, and it was stated that, coupled with his inventive rhymes, Snoop's distinctive style made him a superstar before he'd even released a recording of his own. 25 And that his involvement was as important to the album's success as its production. 26 Turi of the New York Times remarks that while Snoop delivers rhymes delicately, the content is anything but. Growing up poor, often surrounded by violence, and having served 6 months in the Wayside County Jail outside of Los Angeles, for cocaine possession, gave Snoop Dogg experiences upon which he draws. 27. Snoop Dogg later commented on the reality of his lyrics, stating, "My raps are incidents where either I saw it happen to one of my close homies or I know about it from just being in the ghetto. I can't rap about something I don't know. You'll never hear me rapping about no bachelor's degree. It's only what I know, and that's that street life. It's all everyday life, reality." 27. Singles. 3 singles were released from the album: Nothing But a G Thing, Fuck With Dre Day and Let Me Ride. Nothing But a G Thing was released as the first single on November 19, 1992. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Singles and Tracks and Hot Rap Singles. 28 It sold over 1 million copies, and the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, certified it platinum on March 24, 1993. 29 The song was nominated for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group at the 1994 Grammy Awards 30 but lost to Diggable Planet's Rebirth of Slick, Cool Like Dat. Steve Huey of AllMusic named it the archetypal G-Funk single and added the sound, style, and performances of Nothing But a G Thing were like nothing else on the early 90s hip-hop scene. 25. He praised Snoop Dogg's performance, stating Snoop Dogg's flow was laconic and relaxed, massively confident and capable of rapid-fire tongue twisters, but coolly laid back and almost effortless at the same time. 25 It was voted in a VH1 poll as the 13th best song of the 1990s. 31. Fuck With Dre Day, and Everybody's Celebratin', was released as the second single on May 20, 1993, and like the previous single, it was a hit on multiple charts. It reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 6 on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Singles and Tracks. 28. It sold over 800,000 units and the RIAA certified it gold on October 8, 1993. 29. AllMusic writer Steve Huey stated that the song was a classic hip-hop single, citing Dr. Dre's production as impeccable as ever, uniting his signature whiny synth melodies with a halting, descending bass line, a booming snare, and soulful female vocals in the background. 24. And alluded to Snoop Dogg, stating attitude was something Snoop had by the boatload, his drawling, laid-back delivery projecting unassailable control. It sounded lazy even though it wasn't, and that helped establish Snoop's "don't give a damn" persona. 24. The track contains direct insults to rappers East Coast rapper Tim Dog, 2 Live crew member Luke, and Dre's former accomplices Eazy-E and Ice Cube. Let Me Ride was released as a cassette single on September 13, 1993. 32. It experienced moderate success on the charts, reaching number 34 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the Hot Rap Singles. 28. The song won Dr. Dre Best Rap Solo Performance at the 1994 Grammy Awards. 33. On this song and Nothing But a G Thing, Time magazine noted that Dr. Dre's verses were delivered with a hypnotically intimidating ease and made the songs feel like dusk on a wide-open LA boulevard, full of possibility and menace. 34. Critical reception. Contemporary professional reviews. Review scores. Source rating. Chicago Tribune 35. Entertainment Weekly A+ 36. Los Angeles Times 37. Rolling Stone 23. Select 38. The Source 39. USA Today 40. The Village Voice C+ 41. In a contemporary review for Rolling Stone, Havelock Nelson wrote that the album drops raw realism and pays tribute to hip-hop virtuosity. 23. Entertainment Weekly said that it storms with rage, strolls with confidence, and reverberates with a social realism that's often ugly and horrifying. 36. Matty C. of The Source claimed that Snoop Dogg's Slick Rick-esque style produces new ground for West Coast MCs and that the album is an innovative and progressive hip-hop package that must not be missed. 39. Edna Gunderson of USA Today found Dre's prowess as beatmaster and street preacher to be undeniable. 40. Jonathan Gold of the Los Angeles Times wrote that, although the rappers lack quick wit and rhythmic virtuosity, Dre's artistry is on a par with Phil Spector's or Brian Wilson's. Gold argued that, because Dre recreates rather than samples beats and instrumental work, the finished album's fidelity is not inflected by that of scratchy R&B records that have been played a million times, unlike productions from East Coast hip-hop. 37. Greg Kot was less enthusiastic in the Chicago Tribune, deeming the Chronic superficial, unrefined entertainment, while writing that Dre combines street potency with thuggish stupidity in equal measure. 35. Village Voice critic Robert Christgau dismissed it as sociopathic easy listening and bad pop music whose innovation. Dre's departure from sampling is not inspired by contemporary P-Funk, but rather blaxploitation soundtracks, which led him to combine preset bass lines with imitations of Bernie Worrell's high-key sustain, a basically irritating sound that in context always signified fantasy, not reality. Stone self-loss or, at a best Dre never approaches, grandiose jive. 41. He felt that the brutal lyrical threats were vague and lacked detail. 42. But that Snoop Dogg rhymed drolly and less dully than Dre. 43. Selects Adam Higginbotham opined that The Chronic was not as strong as releases from other gangster rap artists such as Ice Cube and Delench Mob and found it neither as musically sharp, nor as lyrically smart as the latter. 38. His review concluded that the album sounded like all the pedestrian bits from The Predator, but that it was still better than anything Eazy-E had released. 44. Trouser Press noted that all of Dre's production wizardry can't mask the nasty misogyny that is essential to his mythos. 45. In a retrospective piece, John Perels from the New York Times said that the Chronic and Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style made the gangsta life sound like a party occasionally interrupted by gunplay. 19 AllMusic's Steve Huey compared Dr. Dre to his inspiration, George Clinton, stating Dre's just as effortlessly funky, and he has a better feel for a hook, a knack that improbably landed gangsta rap on the pop charts. 12 Rhapsody writer Brolin Winning named the album as an untouchable masterpiece of California gangsta rap and that it had track after track of G-funk gems. 46 In Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time, it was noted that Dre funked up the rhymes with a smooth bass-heavy production style and the laid-back delivery of then-unknown rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg. 47. Time magazine's Josh Tyre-Gill states that Dr. Dre created a sound that defined early 90s urban LA in the same way that Motown defined 60s Detroit. 34 Laura Sinagra, writing in the Rolling Stone Album Guide, 2004, said that The Chronic features system-busting funkadelic beats designed to rumble your woofer while the matter-of-fact violence of the lyrics blows your smoke-filled mind. 48. Accolades. Retrospective professional reviews. Review scores. Source rating. AllMusic 12. Blender 49. The Encyclopedia of Popular Music 50. Mojo 51. MusicHound R&B 52. Pitchfork 10/1053. The Rolling Stone Album Guide 48. Spin Alternative Record Guide 8/1054. XXL 5/555. In 1994, Nothing But a G-Thang and Let Me Ride were nominated at the 36th Grammy Awards, with the latter winning Best Rap Solo Performance for Dr. Dre. 33 That year, readers of Hip Hop Connection voted it the fourth best album of all time, leading the magazine to speculate, in a few years' time, it could even be remembered as the best rap album of all time. 56. The Chronic was included in Vibe magazine's list of the 100 essential albums of the 20th century 57 and the magazine later included it in their list of the top 10 rap albums of all time, dubbing it a decade-defining opus. 58 The record was ranked 8th in Spin magazine's 90 Greatest Albums of the 90s, 59 and in 2005, it was ranked at number 35 in their list of the 100 Greatest Albums, 1985-2005. 60 Rolling Stone ranked The Chronic at number 138 on their list of the 500 Greatest Albums of All Time, 47 and at 37 in their 2020 update. In 2005, MTV Networks listed The Chronic as the third greatest hip-hop album in history. 61 The following year, Time magazine named it as one of the all-time 100 albums. 34 In a retrospective issue, XXL magazine awarded The Chronic a perfect XXL rating. 55 The Source, who originally gave the album a rating of 4.5 out of 5 mics in 1993, would later include it in their list of the 100 best rap albums. In 2008, the magazine's former editor Reginald Dennis remarked that he would have given it a 5. In retrospect, the magazine's editors had a strict rule forbidding 5 mic ratings at the time and that no one could have predicted the seismic shift that this album would produce. 62 The Chronic is listed in the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. 63. Commercial performance. As of 2015, the album has sold 5.7 million copies in the United States 6 and was certified triple platinum by RIAA on November 3, 1993. 64 It is Dr. Dre's second best-selling album, as his follow-up album, 2001, was certified sextuple platinum. 65 The album first appeared on music charts in 1993, peaking on the Billboard 200 at number 3, and peaking on top R&B/hip-hop albums at number 1. 66 The Chronic spent 8 months in the Billboard Top 10. 9 The album's 3 singles became top 10 Billboard singles. 10 Nothing But a G-Thang peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and at number 1 on both the Hot Rap Singles and Hot R&B Singles charts. 10 Fuck Wit Dre Day, and Everybody's Celebratin', became a top 10 single on 4 different charts, including the Hot R&B Singles, number 6, and the Hot 100, number 8. 10. The Chronic didn't chart on the UK albums chart until 2000. It re-entered the charts in 2003, peaking on the Ireland albums top 75 at number 48, and on the UK albums top 75 in 2004 at number 43. 67 as of 2015, it has sold 260,814 copies there. 68. Legacy. Comparison of Zigzag Rolling Papers with the Chronic album cover. Having split from N.W.A., Dr. Dre's first solo album established him as one of the biggest hip-hop stars of his era. 11. Yahoo! Music writer S.L. Duff wrote of the album's impact on his status in hip-hop at the time, stating Dre's considerable reputation is based on this release, alongside his production technique on Snoop's Doggy Style and his early work with N.W.A. Whatever one thinks of the over-the-top bravado rapping, the tracks and beats Dre assembled are beyond reproach. 69. The Chronic brought G-Funk to the mainstream, a genre defined by slow bass beats and melodic synthesizers, topped by P-Funk samples, female vocals, and a laconic, laid-back lyrical delivery referred to as a lazy drawl. The album takes its name from a slang term for premium-grade cannabis, chronic. The album cover is an homage to Zigzag Rolling Papers. 11. Robert Christgau said that, although he can't stand it, he respects the Chronic for its influence and iconicity. 70. The album launched the careers of West Coast hip-hop artists, including Snoop Doggy Dogg, Daz Dillinger, Corrupt, Nate Dogg, and Warren G., Dr. Dre's stepbrother, all of whom pursued successful commercial careers. 11. The Chronic is widely regarded as the album that redefined West Coast hip-hop. 12. Demonstrated gangsta rap's commercial potential as a multi-platinum commodity, and established G-Funk as the most popular sound in hip-hop music for several years after its release, with Dr. Dre producing major albums that drew heavily on his production style. 15. The album's success established Death Row Records as a dominant force in 1990s hip-hop. 15. It has been re-released 3 times, first as a remastered CD, then as a remastered dual disc with enhanced stereo and 4 videos, and in 2009 as The Chronic Relit with a bonus DVD containing a 30-minute interview and 7 unreleased tracks. 12. On April 20, 2020, the album was distributed across all major streaming services, as it had previously been an Apple Music exclusive since 2015. 71. However, on March 13, 2022, the album, along with several other Death Row albums, was removed from streaming services, with speculation that Snoop Dogg, who had acquired the label the previous month, wanted to turn the albums into NFTs. 72. In January 2023, it was reported that as part of a deal with Universal Music Group and Shamrock Holdings for his music assets, the masters for the album were set to transfer from Death Row back to Dre in August of the same year, with the masters then being transferred to UMG as part of the deal. 73. The following month, Dre announced that he has regained control of rights to the album, through his company Ari Inc., and restored the album to streaming services through the album's original distributor, Interscope Records. 74. Track listing. All songs produced by Dr. Dre. Number title songwriter, S. 75 performer, S. Samples 75 length. 1. The Chronic, intro, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Colin Wolfe. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Impeach the President by the Honey Drippers. Get Out of My Life, Woman by Solomon Burke. Funky Worm by Ohio Players. Country Cooking by Jim Dandy. The Shalimar by Jylan Kane. Color Me Funky by Parliament. 157. 2. Fuck Wit Dre Day, and Everybody's Celebratin', NB1 Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Colin Wolfe. First verse, Dr. Dre. Second verse, Snoop Dogg. Interlude, RBX. Third verse, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Outro, Snoop Dogg. Outro vocals, Jewel. Atomic Dog by George Clinton. Not Just, Knee Deep by Funkadelic. Funkenteleki, The Big Bang Theory, Aqua Boogie, A Psycho Alpha Disco Beta Bio Aquadaloop, by Parliament. 452. 3 Let Me Ride RBX, Snoop Dogg. Verses, Dr. Dre. Refrain, Snoop Dogg. Vocals, Ruben, Jewel. Mothership Connection, Star Child, Swing Down. Sweet Chariot, live, by Parliament. Kissing My Love, drums, by Bill Withers. Funky Drummer, drums, by James Brown. 421. 4 The Day the Niggas Took Over Dr. Dre, RBX, Snoop Dogg, Dat Nigga Dawes. Chorus, Snoop Dogg, RBX. First verse, Dat Nigga Dawes. Second verse, Dr. Dre. Third verse, RBX. Fourth verse, Dat Nigga Dawes. Outro, Snoop Dogg. Samples LA Uprising documentary Birth of a Nation 4x29x92, directed by Matthew McDaniels. Love's Gonna Get Cha, Material Love, by Boogie Down Productions. 433. 5 Nothing But AG Thang Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. I Want to Do Something Freaky to You by Leon Haywood. Uphill, Peace of Mind, by Kid Dynamite. B-side Wins Again by Public Enemy. 358. 6 D's New Oots Dr. Dre, Dat Nigga Dawes, Snoop Dogg, Colin Wolfe, Nate Dogg, Warren G. Intro, Warren G. Chorus, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. First verse, Dr. Dre. Second verse, Dat Nigga Dawes. Third verse, Dr. Dre. Outro. Nate Dogg. Chestnuts by Rudy Ray Moore. Excerpt from Perry Mason episode The Case of the Runaway Corpse. Pole Fancy Dancer / Pole by One Way. 506. 7 Lil Ghetto Boy Snoop Dogg, DOC. First verse, Snoop Dogg. Second verse, Dr. Dre. Third verse, Snoop Dogg. Backing vocals, Dat Nigga Dawes, Nate Dogg. Little Ghetto Boy by Donny Hathaway. I Get Lifted by George McCrae. The Get Out of the Ghetto Blues by Gil Scott-Heron. 527. 8 A Nigga With a Gun DOC, Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre. Big Sur Suite by Johnny Hammond Smith. Who's the Man, with the Master Plan, by the KGs. Friends by Hodani. 352. 9 Rat Tat 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 Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Intro, RBX. Verses, Dr. Dre. Chorus, Snoop Dogg, BJ. Outro, Snoop Dogg. Audio sample from the Mac. Vegetable Wagon by Donny Hathaway. Brothers Gonna Work It Out by Willie Hutch. Potbelly by Lou Donaldson. 348. 10 The $20 Sack Pyramid, Skit, DOC, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Intro, Dr. Dre. Vocals, Snoop Dogg, Samara. Show host, Big Titaniki. Contestant 1, The DOC. Contestant 2, Samara. Papa Was 2 by Joe Tex. 253. 11 Lyrical Gangbang Corrupt, RBX, Colin Wolfe. First verse, The Lady of Rage. Second verse, Corrupt. Third verse, RBX. Damn by the Night Leaders. When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin. Played Like a Piano by King T. Hole in the Head by Cypress Hill. 404. 12 High-Powered Dr. Dre, RBX, Colin Wolfe. Intro, Dr. Dre. Backing vocals, Lady of Rage. Verses, RBX. Outro, Dat Nigga Dawes. Buffalo Gals by Malcolm McLaren. 244. 13 The Doctor's Office, Skit, Dr. Dre, Kevin Lewis, Jewel, The Lady of Rage. Jewel, The Lady of Rage, Dr. Dre. Back in Bed by Jewel. 104. 14 Stranded on Death Row Corrupt, RBX, The Lady of Rage, Snoop Dogg. Intro, Bushwick Bill. First verse, Corrupt. Second verse, RBX. Third verse, The Lady of Rage. Fourth verse, Snoop Dogg. Outro, Bushwick Bill. Do Your Thing, Live, by Isaac Hayes. If It Don't Turn You On, You Oughta Leave It Alone, by BT Express. The Jam by Graham Central Station. 447. 15 The Roach, The Chronic Outro, RBX, The Lady of Rage, Dat Nigga Dawes. Verses, RBX. Chorus, Image, Ruben. Backing vocals, Dat Nigga Dawes, The Lady of Rage, Jewel. P. Funk, Wants to Get Funked Up, Color Me Funky by Parliament. Impeach the President, Drums, by the Honey Drippers. 436. 16 Bitches Ain't Shit Dr. Dre, Colin Wolfe, Snoop Dogg, The DOC, Corrupt, Dat Nigga Dawes. Chorus, Snoop Dogg. First verse, Dr. Dre. Second verse, Dat Nigga Dawes. Third verse, Corrupt. Fourth verse, Snoop Dogg. Outro, Jewel. Adolescent Funk by Funkadelic. Let's Get Small by Treble Funk. 448. The Chronic, Dual Disc Limited Edition DVD Side 76. No. Title length. 1 The Chronic, in Enhanced Stereo, 62:04. 2 Nothing But a G Thing, Original Music Video, 447. 3 Let Me Ride, Original Music Video, 654. 4 Dre Day, Original Music Video, 615. 5 Lil Ghetto Boy, Original Music Video, 504. The Chronic, Remastered Edition Bonus Material 77. No. Title length. 17 Dre Day, Original Music Video, 615. The Chronic, Reel It End from the Vault Bonus DVD 78. No. Title length. 1 Dre Day, Original Music Video, 615. 2 Dre Day, Censored Music Video, 6. 14. 3 Let Me Ride, Original Music Video, 654. 4 Let Me Ride, TV Version Music Video, 424. 5 Nothing But a G Thing, Original Music Video, 447. 6 Nothing But a G Thing, Unrated Music Video, 448. 7 Lil Ghetto Boy, Original Music Video, 504. 8 Dr. Dre Interview 30:22. 9 The Robbery, Featurette, 634. 10 The Chronic Promo Number 1036. 11 The Chronic Promo Number 2036. 12 The Chronic Promo Number 3036. 13 The Chronic Promo Number 4036. 14 The Chronic Promo Number 5036. 15 The Chronic Commercial Number 1036. 16 The Chronic Commercial Number 2036. 17 The Chronic Commercial Number 3036. 18 The Chronic Commercial Number 4036. 19 Dr. Dre in Saigon, CA, Featurette, 424. 20 Poor Young Dave, Audio, performed by Snoop Dogg, 254. 21 Slippin' in the West, Audio, performed by CPO and Corrupt, 506. 22 Smoke Enough Bud, Audio, performed by Jewel and Snoop Dogg, 526. 23 Fune Mike, Audio, performed by CPO, 424. 24 Dog Collar, Audio, performed by Snoop Dogg. Lady V, KV, Big Pimpin', 6-9 Degree, Twin and Badass, 504. 25 Touchdown, Audio, performed by Snoop Dogg and Threat, 426. 26 Would You Ride, Audio, performed by Corrupt, Amber, Tyrone, Dawes, and Snoop Dogg, 629. Personnel: Dr. Dre vocals, synthesizers, producer, drum programming, mixing. Snoop Doggy Dogg vocals, CO writer. RBX vocals, composer, CO writer. Lady of Rage vocals. Warren G vocals, drum programming, composer. The DOC. CO writer, vocals. Nate Dogg vocals, composer. Dat Nigga Dawes vocals, drum programming, composer. Corrupt vocals, composer. Jewel vocals. Colin Wolfe bass guitar, bass keyboard, CO writer. Justin Reinhardt keyboards. Cadis Buckingham flute. Saxophone. Eric the Drunk Borders guitar. Chris Claremont guitar. Bernie Grundman mastering. Greg Gregsky Royal mixing. Chris the Glove Taylor mixing. Willie Will mixing. Ben Butler producer. Suge Knight executive producer. Charts. Weekly charts. Chart, 1993-2004, peak. Position. Australian albums, ARIA, 79-91. German albums, officially top 100, 80-74. Irish albums, Irma, 66-48. Swedish albums, Sverigetopplistan, 81-35. UK albums, OCC, 82-43. UK R&B albums, OCC, 83-11. US Billboard 284-3. US Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums, Billboard, 85-1. 2022 chart performance for The Chronic. Chart, 2022, peak. Position. Polish albums, ZPAV, 86-48. 2023 chart performance for The Chronic. Chart, 2023, peak. Position. Belgian albums, Ultra Top Flanders, 87-139. Belgian albums, Ultra Top Wallonia, 88-96. German albums, officially top 100, 89-35. Swiss albums, Schweizer Hit Parade, 90-32. Year-end charts. Chart, 1993, position. US Billboard 291-6. US Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums, Billboard, 92-2. Chart, 1994, position. US Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums, Billboard, 93-57. Chart, 2001, position. Belgian albums, Ultra Top Wallonia, 94-73. Canadian R&B albums, Nielsen SoundScan, 95-194. Certifications. Region certification certified units/sales. Canada, Music Canada, 96 Platinum 100,000. United Kingdom, BPI, 97 Platinum 300,000. United States, RIAA, 98 3 times Platinum 5,700,006. Sales and streaming figures based on certification alone. See also. List of number 1 R&B albums of 1993, US.